He wanted me to get rid of the blacks. New details emerge in massive 400-page FBI file on the investigation into whether Donald and Fred Trump racially discriminated against minorities in the 1970s. Hundreds of FBI documents detailing the investigation into whether Donald Trump's real estate company racially discriminated against people in the 1970s, while his father, Fred, was in charge. Included in the 389-page file published online by the FBI on its Freedom of Information Act website on Wednesday are details on interviews carried out by investigators during the probe that ran from 1972 to 1974. The files show agents spoke to tenants, management and employees, as they were trying to determine whether it was made harder for minorities to rent from the Trump management company. One of the interviews, which was conducted with an employee of Fred Trump's, detailed how the president's father allegedly wanted to get rid of the blacks that were in the building. I asked Fred Trump what his policy was regarding minorities, and he said it was absolutely against the law to discriminate, the interview stars, before taking a turn. At a later date during my 2 weeks at Tysons Park, Fred Trump told me not to rent to blacks. He also wanted me to get rid of the blacks that were in the building by telling them cheap housing was available for them at only $500 down payment, which Trump would offer to pay himself. Trump didn't tell me where this housing was located. He advised me not to rent to persons on welfare. Another interview was conducted with a former doorman at a Trump building in Brooklyn in 1974. The man said a supervisor told me that if a black person came to 2650 Ocean Parkway and inquired about an apartment for rent, and he, that is, redacted, was not there at the time, that I should tell him that the rent was twice as much as it really was, in order that he could not afford the apartment. The files also contained cease and desist orders that alleged discriminatory practices were taking place, and a ruling from the New York State Human Rights Commission.